Our main character, Marie Antoinette, is your average third-year popular girl at school. She has her average gang of rich, pretty girlfriends. They even all have the same rare labubu. Everything is so epic and happy. Her high school life is like a Persona game. This is until she trips over 3 jokers. They even look like Rouge. It's because this delinquent girl is casually eliminating boys during school hours. This delinquent is Marie Joseph, and she makes Marie Antoinette blush with her very symmetrical shoujo art style face. This is just your average shoujo sweet slice of life romance. But Marie Antoinette's friends are deciding to move schools, forgo the expensive labubu, and hang out with the other more common folk girls. While one of Antoinette's friends decides to happily ride her bike home from school, she gets absolutely beheaded by some not so shoujo looking background characters. That's because I'm hiding a secret. Our main character isn't actually the cute 30-year high schooler I just described. It's actually the 1700s Austrian Queen of France, Marie Antoinette. Her friends are all aristocrats fleeing France or blending in with the filthy blooded commoners to avoid getting killed like all the royalty in the country. It's the French Revolution, man.
Lois, I don't understand why I gotta sit through a chick flick.
You are watching a master at work.
Also, I lied. This happens 20 volumes into the midst of a historical fiction manga called Innocent. If you've ever shown an atom of interest in French history, then you need to give it a try. It might click with you, man. It's like French history if all the rich people were super attractive and bisexual. If you've watched my last video on The Climber by the same author, I can assure you that the sexual metaphors only increase in quality and quantity. This manga is kind of like a 21-volume fever dream, loosely connected by pre- and present French Revolution history. The manga is actually about a real public executioner family during the time, but I feel like by the second publication sequel of this series, Innocent Rouge, it felt like I was losing my mind. I definitely recommend the first 9 volumes when it was called Innocent. Overall, pretty good story and the best art you'll ever see. I just think I couldn't handle being immersed in the 1700s France setting for much longer. Going back to the Marie Antoinette shoujo, I just want to note the blending of the small feet, tall legs, pale shoujo art style mixed with the author's usual hyper-detailed realistic art style. Shin-ichi Sakamoto had to do his homework on how to purposefully draw a knee wrong to make a shoujo manga metaphor about the execution of Marie Antoinette. All so that realistic zombie revolutionaries can break into this cute shoujo school and swallow one of Antoinette's friends Uzumaki style. I promise you, if you read the manga up to this point, you wouldn't even bat an eye when Marie Joseph pulls up on a fairy tale horse to save Antoinette. The catch is, Marie Joseph is part of the aforementioned executioner family, and she's only willing to save Antoinette if she pulls the lever on the guillotine and beheads one of her labubu friends. Which brings us to, why did the story turn into a shoujo manga for 3 chapters on the tail end of this godforsaken series? Before this, Marie Antoinette is locked up awaiting her execution. The perfect school life is what her life was before the revolution broke out. She was the Queen of France, and even before that, there was some saga about her having a lesbian affair with Marie Joseph because King Louis was gay for Marie Joseph's brother, and Swarth never had it. That's completely unimportant at the moment. I just wanted you to know in case you're on edge about reading this manga or not.
Lois, I'm just warning you, if this movie turns me gay, I'm gonna start bringing gay guys home.
So while Marie Antoinette is in the slammer, Marie Joseph shows up telling her that she can free her only if she drinks a glass of this shitty river water full of trash and corpses that is the main water supply of all the commoners of France. So this is like a taste of your own medicine moment where Marie Antoinette has to endure what the commoners drink to be free or get executed. And in the Shoujo metaphor, beheading her friend is meant to represent drinking the corpse water, which is kind of confusing because they're very different moral dilemmas for being a metaphor for each other. But I think the main point is that Marie Antoinette chooses not to do them. Shoujo Antoinette doesn't want to pull the lever and wants to live her happy Labubu life, so she jumps off the roof to stay at the peak forever, which is shown by how the real Antoinette doesn't swallow the water to stay as royalty forever instead of degrading herself as a commoner, which I guess is a good metaphor. But, you know, personally, I prefer the horse metaphor for the hardcore lesbian sex scene. And so, because she doesn't drink the river water, Marie Antoinette is getting executed. Sorry for spoiling the story in case you don't know, baseline world history. My bad.
No! Why? Why? She chose
not to drink the Seine River water and to be executed instead.
And of course, none other than Marie Joseph is the one doing the execution. And they have some symbolic ballroom last dance before she gets absolutely sliced. The conclusion to the shoujo metaphor is that there is no such thing as a beautiful death. You decay and become ugly when you give up. And apparently Marie Antoinette looked like an ugly hag when she got executed. But I think the manga just forgot about this last part, because in the very next chapter it shows her dead body as beautiful flowers, and she's not a rapidly aged ugly hag either. So I guess you could say it was a good message. It just didn't have a good execution. So all in all, I will probably only view Marie Antoinette as either a beautiful shoujo anime girl or a beautiful seinen anime girl from now on, thanks to this manga. And that just doesn't sit right with me at all. So please recommend any manga you want to see a video on during my recovery. And love yourself, gangsta.